Good idea. And we're going to travel in to check in with Mike Yawney. He's in for Jill Bellin today. She's a bit under the weather. He's hanging out with Calgary Young People's Theatre, talking about their brand new production. And Mike, you were saying before the break, is there a difference for a playwright when you're writing for younger people or writing for more mature actors? I'm going to guess no.
You know what? We're going to find out in a few moments because here, and this is interesting, Tara. Most of the time when you have a theater production, the actors and actresses will never get to meet the person who wrote the play, right?
Right, exactly.
Usually that's what happens, right? This case, completely different because the playwright who wrote Holmes and Watson, he's from Calgary. He's from Calgary, cool. So that's really cool. And actually, I'm going to introduce you to him now. Jason Long, thanks for joining us this morning. You are the person responsible for Holmes and Watson. How long did it take you to put this together?
I pitched the idea of doing an adaptation to Kristen at CYPT probably a year and a half ago, maybe close to 2 years. So then it became a process of writing and rewriting, and finally kind of getting a draft that was rehearsal ready by this September.
So tell us a little bit about the story, because a lot of people know about Sherlock Holmes.
Right. Well, I love a good mystery. I also love what's the bromance aspect of the show, which is this is the original bromance. This is two very different males in an odd couple environment, also trying to solve a crime in 1881 in London. So the story really, there's the mystery component, but there's also the relationships, which I find are really interesting. There's Holmes and Watson, there's their landlady, Mrs. Hudson, there's two police officers that are kind of on opposite ends of the Sherlock spectrum, and there's a host of other supporting characters. So it's really about, when you break it down, it's Dr. Watson's story. It's about him kind of finding a purpose in life, and his purpose seems to be matched up with this crazy genius Sherlock, who is kind of on the edge of madness, I think, in a way.
No, this is not the first play you've written. What's the difference between writing for younger actors and actresses compared to somebody who's been acting for years and years?
I don't think the writing's different at all. I think my expectation is that when this is going up, it's it's a professional actors, professional crew, and just because these guys are teenagers, they're as professional as anybody I've ever worked with. So I don't think the writing is different. I do think that when we did the first read, because I've worked with CYPT for years, I know a lot of these actors and these performers. Definitely the most nervous I've been handing over a script and hearing it read for the first time and just hoping they like it. Unabashedly true. I just was like, nothing would be worse for me if I got cast in a play that sucked.
No, we want to give people kind of a sneak peek of what they can expect, so quickly just tee up the scene we're about to see here.
Sure. We're going to see, so Sherlock has kind of tasked Dr. Watson to interview a woman who may or may not have some information about a murder, and the landlady, Mrs. Hudson, is kind of calling an audible. She's kind of jumping in as well.
In a moment, Miss Hudson, this really isn't any of your concern.
Oh, you will call me mother, young man, and treat me with respect, or I will give you such a swatting.
What?
Sons, Mrs. Frump, they never do grow up.
Indeed. My cab is waiting for me, sir.
Just one more question, if you don't mind, Miss Frump. There's an inscription on the inside of the ring. Just tell me what it says, and the ring is yours.
There is no inscription. Trick question, sir.
You're trying to trick this poor woman. That's it.
Oh, what, Miss Mother! I was just doing what I was told.
Impressive performance here by these young actors and actresses. Holmes and Watson will be running till December 14th, Calgary Young People Theatre. I think, gotta say, you'd never know that a lot of these people have never acted before. Really impressive, Tara.
Yeah, very clearly some competent acting skills there.